The United States of Europe? Sounds bizarre, but this is the remedy of a German politician for Europe's mounting problems. Martin Schulz, the leader of the German Social Democratic Party, says a new federal constitution for the EU must be drafted by 2025.
It means that he's not going to win the next election, I think. If this is a ploy to... He needs an excuse to go into coalition with the Christian Democrats and Angela Merkel. And so he's put a price down, which is a move towards a federal Europe.
I want a new constitutional treaty to establish the United States of Europe. A Europe that is no threat to its member states, but a beneficial addition. Schulz says the new constitution should be drafted in close coordination with civil societies. He says the results should be sent to member states, and the ones which do not ratify the documents will be kicked out of the EU.
You know, that many people felt the European Union had expanded too quickly and too loosely, in the sense that it hadn't really pulled together it hadn't properly integrated the various parts, and in a sort of proselytizing zeal to take the benefits of Western capitalism to the East, it had accepted many countries that were really not economically and politically ready for inclusion in the European Union.
Under the plan, a eurozone finance ministry and a euro-wide framework for setting minimum wages will be created. Schulz is also demanding a more robust social security plan, increased investment in academic and vocational education, and the gradual phase-out of coal power for EU states.
And I'm not quite sure it resonates with him, because he's a former president of the European Union. He was active in European politics. I'm not sure it's going to resonate with the German electorate. And it doesn't look like Merkel and the Christian Democrats are really looking forward to this idea either.
The 61-year-old German politician dropped the bombshell just before getting the green light from his party for entering coalition talks with Chancellor Angela Merkel's Conservative Party. The Social Democrats under his leadership performed miserably in the latest round of elections. The SDP just won 20.5% of the votes in the 2017 elections. Last time round, it garnered 25.7% of the votes. But the 2017 elections were inconclusive. Merkel's Christian Democratic Union and Christian Social Union have been unable to form a coalition government with minor parties. And that has opened up a unique opportunity for Schulz to enter talks with Merkel. In fact, Schulz and his Social Democratic Party are the kingmakers, since Merkel is not willing to flirt with the far-right AfD party. And this unique opportunity is the best time for Schulz to press for his ambitious plans. The European Union is facing multiple problems. The Brexit tops the list. The EU has been dealing with Britain's divorce from the bloc. The issue has caused headache over the past 18 months. Next is the rise of far-right parties in the bloc. Germany, France, the Netherlands, and Austria are all dealing with the rise of far-right anti-EU parties and politicians. Europe's refugee crisis has also been a thorny issue over the past few years.
But obviously it's Eastern Europe. It's the Poles and the Hungarians and some of the others who are frankly, they're as bad as Britain. They want their cake and they want to eat it. They want all of the benefits of being part of the European Union. They want to take the euros that come as regional development aid, but they're not prepared to accept decisions about refugees, for example.
And then there's President Donald Trump in the White House, who's not hidden his anti-EU agenda. Trump is a big problem for the EU. Now, will Schulz's plan for the United States of Europe solve the problems?